Hi there. Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Luna, and today we're going to learn 10 super useful expressions that Americans use every single day. These are phrases you'll hear all the time in real conversations, so let's break them down together, nice and slow, so you can start using them with confidence. Number 1. I just got here. We use this to tell someone we arrived very recently. It means you are new to this place, right now. Maybe just a few seconds or a few minutes ago. You say this when someone asks if you've been waiting long, or when you want to explain that you haven't had time to do anything yet, because you only just arrived. For example, imagine you're meeting a friend at a coffee shop. Your friend arrives and sees you sitting down. They say, "Oh, have you been waiting long? Did you already order?" You can smile and say, No, I just got here. I haven't even looked at the menu yet." This tells your friend that you arrived very recently, so they don't need to feel bad about the timing. Here's another one. You walk into your office and your coworker asks, "Hey, did you see the email from the boss?" You look confused and say, "I just got here. I haven't even turned on my computer." This explains that you literally arrived moments ago, so you haven't had time to check anything yet. Number 2. Sleep it off. This is a phrasal verb, and we use it when someone is sick, tired, drunk, or upset, and we think that sleeping will make them feel better. It means to recover from something by sleeping. When you sleep it off, you're letting your body rest and heal naturally. For example, let's say your roommate comes home from a party late at night. He looks really tired, and maybe he had too much to drink. The next morning, you see him on the couch and he says he doesn't feel good. You can say, "Just sleep it off. You'll feel better this afternoon." You're telling him that rest and sleep will help him recover. Here's another one. Your friend calls you and says she has a terrible headache and feels exhausted. You might say, "Why don't you take a nap and sleep it off? Sometimes rest is the best medicine." You're suggesting that sleep will help her feel better and get rid of the headache. Number 3. Jump into. This is a phrasal verb that means to start doing something quickly, without much preparation or hesitation. It's like diving into a pool. You just go for it. We use this when we want to begin something right away, or when we get involved in an activity or conversation suddenly. For example, imagine you're starting a new project at work. Your manager says, "We need to finish this by Friday, so let's jump into it right now." This means let's start working on it immediately, without wasting time. You're diving straight into the work. Here's another one. You're at a family dinner and everyone is talking about vacation plans. You want to share your idea, so you say, "Can I jump into this conversation? I actually have a suggestion." You're asking if you can join the discussion and start participating right away. Number 4. Pay in cash. This is a phrase we use when we're talking about payment methods. It means to give physical money, like dollar bills and coins, instead of using a credit card, debit card, or phone payment. Some people prefer to pay in cash because it helps them control their spending better. For example, you're at a small restaurant and after you finish eating, the waiter brings the bill. You pull out your wallet and hand him some $20 bills. Your friend asks, "Are you paying in cash?" You say, "Yes, I always pay in cash at small places like this. I think it's easier for them." You're explaining your preference to use physical money. Here's another one. You're going to a farmer's market with your neighbor. She tells you, "Bring some cash with you." Most of the vendors here only accept cash. They don't take cards. Later, you buy some fresh vegetables and you pay in cash, giving the seller exact change. Number 5. Scrape by. This is a phrasal verb, and it means to barely have enough money to survive, or to just manage to get through a difficult situation. When you scrape by, you're struggling financially, but you're making it work somehow. It's not comfortable, but you're surviving. For example, imagine a college student is talking to his friend about his part-time job. He says, "I'm only working 15 hours a week, so I'm just scraping by. I have enough for rent and food, but that's about it. He's explaining that he has just enough money to cover his basic needs, nothing extra. Here's another one. A single mother is talking to her sister about her finances. She says, "Things are really tight right now. I'm scraping by until I get my tax refund next month." She means that money is very limited, and she's barely managing to pay her bills, but she's waiting for extra money to arrive soon that will help her situation. Number 6. Lost by. This is a phrase we use when we're talking about competitions, games, or elections, and we want to say how much someone was defeated. It shows the margin or the difference between the winner and the loser. We usually follow it with a number or amount. For example, your friend is telling you about his son's basketball game last night. He says, "The team played really well, but they lost by 5 points. It was so close, they almost won." He's explaining that the other team won, and the difference was just 5 points. It was a very close game. Here's another one. You're watching the news about a local election. The reporter says, "The mayor lost by 3,000 votes. It was much closer than anyone expected." This tells us that the mayor didn't win, and the difference between him and the winner was 3,000 votes. Number 7. Checkup. This is a noun, just one word, and it means a regular medical appointment where a doctor examines you to make sure you're healthy. It's not because you're sick, it's preventive care. You go for a checkup to catch any problems early and to make sure everything is working properly in your body. For example, your coworker mentions that she's leaving work early on Friday. You ask why, and she says, "I have my annual checkup with my doctor. I go every year just to make sure everything's okay." She's explaining that this is a routine appointment, not an emergency, just a regular health examination. Here's another one. A father is talking to his teenage son about the dentist. He says, "You need to schedule your checkup soon. You haven't been to the dentist in over a year." He's reminding his son to make an appointment for a routine dental examination to make sure his teeth are healthy. Number 8. Sign up. This is a phrasal verb that means to register for something or to officially join a program, class, membership, or service. When you sign up, you're putting your name on a list and committing to participate. We use this all the time for gym memberships, classes, newsletters, websites, everything. For example, your neighbor tells you about a new yoga class at the community center. She says, "It starts next Monday and it's only $10. You should sign up before all the spots are taken." She's encouraging you to register for the class officially so you can attend. Here's another one. You receive an email from your favorite store about a rewards program. The email says, "Sign up today and get 20% off your next purchase." They want you to create an account and join their program so you can get the discount and earn points when you shop. Number 9. Text me the details. We say this when we want someone to send us information through a text message on our phone. The details are the specific information about something, like time, place, address, or instructions. We say this because texting is quick and easy, and we can refer back to the information later. For example, you're talking to your friend on the phone about meeting up for dinner this weekend. You discuss a few restaurant options, but you're driving right now and can't write anything down. You say, "This sounds great, but I can't take notes right now. Can you just text me the details later? Like the address and what time?" You're asking your friend to send you the information in a text message. Here's another one. Your sister calls and invites you to her daughter's birthday party. She tells you it's at a park you've never been to before. You say, "That sounds fun, I'll definitely come. Text me the details about the park location and what time the party starts, okay?" You want her to send you a text with all the information. Number 10. The grass is always greener. This is a proverb, specifically the short version of a longer saying. The grass is always greener on the other side. It means that other people's situations always look better than your own, even though that might not be true. We use this when someone is always comparing their life to others and thinking everyone else has it better or easier. For example, your friend constantly complains about her job. She sees her old classmates' social media posts about traveling and thinks that person has a perfect life. You tell her, the grass is always greener. You only see the fun parts she posts online. You don't see her struggles or her stress. Your job actually has great benefits. Here's another one. A man is always talking about wanting to move to a different city because he thinks life would be so much better there. His wife reminds him, "Remember, the grass is always greener. We have family here, good friends, and you have a stable job. Moving might not solve everything like you think it will." And that's it for today. I hope these 10 expressions help you sound more natural when you're speaking English. Remember, the best way to learn is to practice using them in real conversations. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with more useful English expressions. Take care.